Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to the KOR universe. Once again, we have a very special guest, somebody who uh, is just recently elected to the Supreme Council in the recently concluded election that was held on the 19th. Of course, I'm talking about the ANSO hero, Sir Danny Peralta. Sir Danny, would you like to say your salutations to our KOR universe, I call it?
Yeah, good afternoon pala from Anso from Sydney, Sir Alwin. And also good evening na dyan sa Amerika, and also good afternoon to all our brother knights in Philippines. I'm really thankful na I never expect in my dreams that I would be serving the highest position in our Supreme Council, and I'm really happy to make it through the support ng ating mga brother knights, not only from the full support collectively from the brother knights ng Anso region, and also our convening two chapters in Bataan area, and also the support from the overseas and local. So marami pong salamat sa lahat ng sumuporta, and rest assured na we will do our best, yung lineup ng ating Supreme Council Board of Trustees, to be able to maintain the prestige and the integrity of the order as mandated by Republic 646, and also as we are emulating the deeds that we have acquired and established through the deeds of our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal.
Sir, so at this point in time, you are elected the auditor. Now, how did that came about? How was the choosing of position? How did that happen, sir? If you can tell those people who are curious and about how this being new, this being virtual, as you know, in regularly they if it's face to face, they will gather together and talk among themselves and choose the position. How did this happen virtually, sir? Especially you being in Australia.
Actually, when the winners were announced, I was actually on the other webinar, because there is a break, as you know, in between before the announcements of the final counting. Meron kasing allowance na 30 minutes, so we have to go back. So I turned off my Zoom connection and connected to other webinar, because I want also to see one of our members na siya ang guest speaker doon to support. And when I come back, there is already commotion, and also I received a note text in my mobile that I won this slot, the number 8. So I was not able to catch up. Then they advised me to go to Zoom, because after the announcement, we immediately have the dose, yung up, yung walo, yung siyam na nanalo to this Board of Trustees. We are immediately nag-meeting kami. It was presided by Sir Ilejo, our outgoing Supreme Commander. So with the presence of Sir Ilejo, we elected and nominated ourselves who will be the Supreme Commander in different positions. So there was a nomination for the Supreme Commander first, then it was actually properly seconded, since there are no contestment, so it was passed on and move on until I was, I think, nominated by Sir Din Suba to become the Supreme Auditor, and it was supported by the whole body, the whole other members to support the nomination.
Yeah. That's interesting, sir, because in some of the chapters, what they do is they go down the line from the person who has the highest vote, takes priority in choosing whatever position they would like. But this time around, you guys were all started zero.
Yeah.
It didn't
Yes.
matter if you had if you were
It's
number
an open.
1 or number 8.
Yep.
You started from 0, which is a good sign.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
hmm,
Having this first meeting, there's really no ranking. It's very good sign, and I applaud you for such a good way of doing it. I think that's the proper way of doing it. Everybody start at 0 after you get into the team, the magic 8+1. How do you see your role, sir? Do you have any uh, specific projects already lined up in your role as auditor in your mind?
my aim is restructuring the whole financial reporting so that we would be able to. At the moment, it's all happening. We have that already structured, but it's just a matter of strengthening that how we'll be able to improve it.
So, sir, thank you for changing your background. I know we're having some
Yeah.
technical difficulties with that part of the Zoom experience. But anyway, I wanted to ask you, sir, you had the dramatic way of running for the Supreme Council. At first, you were quote unquote disqualified. And I wanted to know how did you go about it that you were again readmitted into the list of nominees? How did that
Yeah.
make you feel, and what did you do?
Well, initially, I didn't actually react because my application was submitted earlier because, as you know, it has been postponed twice, the election, until it was set finally for September 19 final selection in election. So I have submitted my report and my nomination on the in February, but I think because of the miscommunications in between, uh, I've been querying to the electoral tribunal that what's happening with my application. Then it was actually announced that I was not included there. That's when I pursued what really happened to my application. So I wrote to the electoral tribunal regarding in fact, I resubmitted it, and because originally I applied for local, which was endorsed by my chapter in Bataan, but because I'm still based in overseas, so technically I'm actually obligated to use my overseas chapter to endorse me, and that's where the complication arise. But I was not advised on time to be able to do it, but meaning before the actual announcement on the original announcement. So when I saw it, I reacted within a day. I reacted to that, what really happened, and communicated with them. But because the timing of the contestment is still open to be able to reconsider my application, I immediately reapply and change my uh, my uh, my
Chapter.
application
Mhm.
so that technically I would be able to be admitted because I am actually still a regular member of the Anso region.
This is the first time that we are having a non-Philippine resident to be part of the regular Supreme Council in the person of you and Sir Dean Suba. Did you how do you think this will complicate that you I'm sure people would like to know, Knights would like to know, is this an issue with you being outside the Philippines and
No,
being an active part of the Supreme Council?
I don't think it will be an issue, Sir Alwin, because in the first place, the only requirement within the Constitution to run for the local, to be considered as a local nominee or local candidate, is that you need to be a financial member, and consistently you are not you don't fail your payment of your membership. That is the only requirements within our constitution. Now, it does say that you need to comply with the with the meetings that is required for you to attend being a local candidate, meaning all meetings for the whole 24 months for 2 years of your term, you must attend. But because of the pandemic, we are now actually flexible in accomplishing those because you could actually connect in the
Yes,
meeting via
yes.
Zoom.
I
So
assume
that's what
just
we're
like
doing at the
just
moment.
like this. Now, sir, I know, sir, that it has happened before. I checked around, and Sir Marasigan, who was a uh, overseas representative at one time, was endorsed by his region for the position, or his chapter for the position of overseas. However, he became a deputy for Subent, I think, but he was appointed by the Supreme Council, and he wasn't elected. So really, this is the first time that the uh, non-Philippine resident are part of the regular Supreme Council. And also, sir, I think that with Sir Suba garnering the third highest number,
Yeah.
I think the voters didn't see this as an issue as well, because one of you guys, one of the people who are non-resident, had a very big following, big vote. So I think that there was an acceptance on the part of the voters
Yes.
on the system. So, sir, do you think that, sir, from now on, this would be encouraged, or this will be good for non-Philippine resident Knights, or in the whole Knights of Rizal, when non-Philippine residents are part of the regular, and more representations? There's going to be three of you out of nine
Mm.
from who are non-residents, and also we actually have a native Italian-born
Mm.
member of the Supreme Council too. So this is really a test of our system, being new and being being different from other times. So, sir, how do you think this will affect, sir, the KOR as a whole, or do you think it's even going to affect the KOR as a whole?
I think it certainly would not affect as far as in our organization, Knights of Rizal, because the members, the new members of the Board of Trustees have all different kinds of qualifications that would inject to the betterment, or if not, or the improvements of what we have at the moment. Now, I could see that I could contribute much more for the Knights of Rizal because of my experience, and I have not seen any computerized system of our organizations ever since it was established.
That's right.
So I would like to share that. I have not seen also a proper budgeting that is being implemented. I would like to see that. So these are the things that I would like to accomplish within 2 years of my being involving within Board of Trustees of the Knights of Rizal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, sir, you talked about the budget, sir. Now, it is apparent that this Supreme Council did not have a budget for the elections. Do you think, sir, that it was justifiable that you have to pay a registration fee to be able to vote?
If you remember, every time that we have election, physically, you need to attend to the Manila Hotel. You pay for your, they pay, what you're paying for the fee is it pays for the food. It gets you, you were able to see all our fellow brother knights, to be able to have some sort of comradeship and fellowship. Now, because of the situation that we, as you would see now, the whole setup of the whole election that were held virtually with all these applications and everything. It's fantastic. We actually have the proper budget that we will allow for this for every year. And that's what we are aiming for, to have a proper budget that we will implement for 1 year, 2 years. Then everybody will be guided by this kind of information. But this time there will be a proper presentations of budget even before it will happen. I'll make sure being the auditor and will be recommending some measures to be able to inform the Board of Trustees ahead, and also our members of the Knights of Rizal, that this is the plan that we have for the future.
Sir, at this point, I'd really want to thank you for giving me the time to be able to ask you the hard questions and give you giving us a glimpse on how you want to pursue a successful Supreme Council. And I'm pretty confident that with your background, in 2 years, the Knights of Rizal will be in a better financial situation. At least we'll have a better system of reporting, and we'll have a more viable way of handling the financial obligations of other members of the Knights of Rizal. So with that, sir, would you like to say your last words before we go?
Yeah, thanks. First of all, I just want to thank you for propagating the whole organization of the Knights of Rizal through your blog thing, Sir Alwin. You've been doing a marvelous job. Musing of the Knights of Rizal is very important for all the brother knights all over the world to understand our obligation, that we are not only putting ourselves as a member, but we have also to participate and emulate what our national heroes has been doing in his lifetime. And I think with the participations and good intention of all our brother knights, especially those who are elected in our Board of Trustees, our important role to be able to recognize that we are there to provide service to our brother knights in the community, that we will serve fully, because that is our calling, being within a member of the Knights of Rizal.
Well, thank you very much, sir, for those inspiring words. And I'm sure those people, the other candidates who unfortunately didn't make it, will not just wither away. And I'm sure with Rizalism in their hearts and with their good intentions, they'll still be around. Maybe not in this officially in the Supreme Council, but they'll be around in their communities, in their local chapters, in and maybe as part of the Supreme Council, by being area commanders or regional commanders, or in any capacity that they can serve the Knights of Rizal. You don't have to serve in the Supreme Council to be of service to the thoughts of Rizalism. But it's nice to be there because you have the power to make change. And I think we are very confident and excited to the new group. There's a lot of promise, and especially with your dramatic win in this election, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure you will really make a good showing in this term.
Yeah, thanks, Sir Arwin, and good luck to your program, and we'll catch up soon.